Did the Philadelphia Eagles face an adverse situation with their 2025 schedule? This is a topic worth discussing. I appreciate you including today's show in your routine. One of the main reasons for bringing up this discussion is what is being observed on social media and in the comment section of the video revealing the schedule, where many are claiming that the league did not support the Eagles. Therefore, this will be one of the most comprehensive videos you'll find, with a thorough analysis of all aspects of the Eagles' 2025 schedule. Before we begin, I'm excited about this challenging 2025 calendar. If you're ready to watch the Birds fight for their Super Bowl title, I ask you to like the video. True Eagles fans will do that now. Let's dive into the Eagles' 2025 schedule because it's undoubtedly key to everything we're going to discuss. In Week 1, the Eagles play at home against the Dallas Cowboys, kicking off the 2025 season. This game will take place on Thursday night. Now, a Super Bowl 59 rematch as the Eagles visit the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. The Eagles have a slight advantage in rest since the Chiefs play on Friday, but in U.S. territory. The Eagles will play in Philadelphia before heading to Kansas City. In Week 3, another playoff rematch, this time against the Los Angeles Rams, which will be played in the snow at the Link during the divisional round. This game promises to be exciting. A tricky challenge, especially in September against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, considering both the weather and the opponent. In Week 5, the Eagles host the Denver Broncos, with Sean Payton leading the team, which made it back to the playoffs last season after a long drought. In Week 6, the Eagles will travel down Interstate 95 to face the Giants in New Jersey on Thursday night, resulting in a short week for the team. Week 7 brings a tough road challenge against the Minnesota Vikings, known for one of the loudest and most hostile environments in the NFL. This is the second matchup with the Giants, this time at home in Week 8. Week 9 is a bye week, which comes right in the middle of the season, a much-needed break. In Week 10, the Eagles return from the bye to visit Lambeau Field, the NFL's football cathedral, facing the Packers on Monday night. This matchup also serves as a wild card playoff rematch. The Eagles will then take on the Detroit Lions, who were eliminated in the divisional round. In Week 12, the Eagles will play their second game against the Cowboys on the road in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Week 13 will see the Eagles host the Bears on Black Friday. In Week 14, the Eagles will travel to Los Angeles to face the Chargers on Monday night. Week 15 will see the Eagles hosting the Raiders. In Week 16, they will be on the road against the Commanders on Saturday night. The Eagles will finish their schedule with a trip to Buffalo, followed by a home game against the Washington Commanders. Looking at this schedule more broadly, as Super Bowl champions and a team that secured 14 wins last season, the league has presented a notably challenging schedule for this standout team. The way the league structures the schedule can directly reflect the team's performance in the previous season. For Philadelphia, winning the second Lombardi Trophy was a great celebration. For home and away games, awareness of this situation was established before the end of the previous year. It's crucial to consider how the NFL schedules its calendar, as this can have direct repercussions based on a team's performance the year before. Philadelphia, which claimed its second Lombardi Trophy since 2017, clearly has a significant presence, especially due to the vast media market it is in. Its fan base stretches across different regions of the US and even internationally, thanks to its strong brand image and iconic franchise status. The team's success since the start of this century has been impressive. The Eagles consistently draw notable audiences, which generates expectations for multiple primetime appearances. Thus, Philadelphia is scheduled for 6 primetime games, in addition to a Saturday matchup. The Eagles are an attraction for audiences. Whether people are for or against them, they always manage to captivate viewers. On the positive side of facing a challenging schedule, especially for fans, every week of the 2025 season promises to feature fascinating matchups. When the nation's attention, and sometimes the world's, is focused on the Eagles, this level of exposure, excitement, and curiosity is truly electrifying. Considering the quality of opponents on the 2025 calendar, we'll likely see some of the best coaches, exceptional players, standout teams, and elite quarterbacks in the league. Suggesting high-quality football to come, it's worth noting that the Eagles have 5 primetime games scheduled for the 4th consecutive year, with at least 5 confirmed. They will participate in a total of 6 games in this format. Additionally, considering the doubleheader on Saturday, which may not technically fall into the primetime category, it still represents a significant viewing opportunity. Thus, the Eagles are confirmed for at least 5 primetime games for the 4th straight year and will rank second in total appearances in this format since 2000. It's truly exciting to be an Eagles fan, contributing to a growing fan base as many people are eager to support them, no matter where they are. The Eagles are a fascinating team to follow. This year, they've competed and will continue competing in one of the largest number of primetime games since 2000. It's truly thrilling to be an Eagles fan. This is why so many people are joining this fan base, as the Eagles represent an engaging team. It's a pleasure to support them, with many players serving as a great showcase. Their success has been remarkable, and the fan base is extremely enthusiastic, well-informed, and eager to be part of this experience. This reflection came up when the schedule was recently released. It was an important day focused on the league's schedule reveal. Some documents were open, and the calendar was closely followed. As we approached the last 3 or 4 games, the focus was on understanding where each game would fit. Analyzing the calendar, covering weeks 1 through 18, with a total of 17 games. It was considered that if the Eagles managed to repeat as Super Bowl champions, given the challenges presented by this schedule and the formidable teams they'll face, 2025 could be recognized as the most remarkable season in league history if this repeat comes to fruition, as it will not be an easy task. Observations about the Eagles' schedule reveal the peculiar absence of consecutive home games. As a result, Philadelphia won't have the chance to establish a rhythm at home by playing consecutive games at Lincoln Financial Field. This is quite disappointing. After a Super Bowl victory, teams should be rewarded with a few consecutive home games. The request is for just 2 in a row, not even 3. Is it too much to ask for 2 consecutive home games? Unfortunately, this wasn't granted this year. They're facing the largest increase in schedule difficulty from one year to the next. When considering the combined win percentage of their opponents last year compared to this year, they have the 4th most difficult schedule in the league. 11 of their 17 games will be against teams that made the playoffs last year, including these 6 primetime games and 1 on Saturday. Additionally, 6 of their away games are against playoff teams as well. This represents a significant challenge, as they'll be traveling to tough environments where winning on the road is difficult while competing against playoff caliber teams. The teams that made the playoffs last season, including some of the marquee games and the lone Saturday game, face a challenging schedule. Additionally, 6 of the Eagles' away games will be against teams that also made the playoffs last year. This presents a considerable challenge, as these are tough environments to compete in, and winning on the road is always difficult, especially against opponents that have already shown their caliber. On the other hand, the Eagles enjoy a rest period in 5 of these games. The theme of rest has become quite relevant in today's analytical era, given the volume of available data. In recent years, I've been closely analyzing this aspect. As for its impact on wins and losses, it can vary greatly. Sometimes it results in a small percentage advantage for teams that are more likely to win, especially when both teams come off a bye week. This is a complex and detailed subject. For example, the Detroit Lions have the largest rest advantage in the league with 13 more days. This shows a positive 3-day difference compared to some opponents throughout the season, which is quite significant. The Philadelphia Eagles also deserve recognition, showing a 4-day net rest advantage, and it's crucial to avoid any negative numbers. For comparison, the San Francisco 49ers last year had a 22-day disadvantage, but managed to flip it to a 9-day advantage this season, a change of 31 days from one year to the next. The Las Vegas Raiders, on the other hand, are facing a net disadvantage of 19 days. Analyzing the schedule, it's noted that there are several games with rest disadvantages such as -2, -4, -3, and -7, totaling -19. For the Eagles, their schedule shows they'll face, let's check, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 games where they have a rest disadvantage, but they also have weeks where they benefit from an advantage. The total net rest advantage is 4 days. This whole subject is quite complex, and if you want to dive deeper, there's a wealth of data available. I'm just offering the most relevant information. If you need more explanations, we can review some cases together. It's worth noting that the Eagles will only face one team that comes off a bye week. The rest advantage is 4 days. Therefore, if you wish, we can go deeper into the analysis. My goal is to present the key points. In terms of additional information, we can examine some examples. The Eagles will face only one team that comes off a bye week this season, the Minnesota Vikings. However, the Eagles also benefit from an extra rest period after the Thursday game. The Vikings will have a full bye week, while the Eagles will enjoy a shorter rest, which should be considered. The Eagles will also face the Packers, who are also coming off a bye, but the Packers will play at home against Carolina. While they'll be in Wisconsin, the Eagles will have a slight rest advantage, as the Packers will need to prepare for Carolina, even though they play at home. The Eagles have a slight advantage against the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 2. The Eagles will play on Thursday Night Football at home, while the Chiefs will be involved in a game on Friday, but in Brazil. Thus, the net rest advantage is 1 day in favor of Philadelphia, although it's important to consider that the Chiefs will have to travel to South America and return to Kansas City. The Eagles will play at home in Week 1 and then have to travel to Kansas City. Sometimes the statistics don't fully reflect the reality. The Eagles had a slight rest advantage over the Denver Broncos early in the season. Denver's defense is one of the most respected in the league, and Bo Nix is expected to evolve significantly from his first to second year, making this game challenging. In Week 12, when the Eagles face the Cowboys will be playing a Monday Night Football game against the Raiders. Therefore, the Eagles will have a small rest advantage. Even though they'll play on the road in Dallas that week, the Eagles will also benefit from a rest advantage when they face the Chargers. Philadelphia is set to play on Black Friday in Week 13 against the Bears, which gives them a few extra days compared to the Chargers, who will play the following Sunday against the Bills. The Eagles will play on Saturday, while the Bills have a Sunday game scheduled, resulting in another rest advantage for Philadelphia of about 1 day. Additionally, the Eagles won't have 3 consecutive away games, and while they won't have back-to-back home games, the advantage is that they won't be on the road for 3 straight games. The Bears will not be in action this week, providing a break before the Chargers face the Bills the next Sunday. The Eagles are set to compete on Saturday, while the Bills are scheduled for Sunday, which grants Philadelphia an additional day of rest. Additionally, the Eagles will avoid playing 3 consecutive away games. While they won't have consecutive home games, the advantage is that they won't have to endure multiple away stretches. Weighing the pros and cons, it seems that the NFL has not treated the Eagles unfairly. However, it is slightly peculiar that the reigning Super Bowl champions don't have the chance to host back-to-back home games. Looking ahead to the 2025 season and the upcoming season, it is wise to start preparing early. Representing the team well is important, and there's a wide selection of Eagles merchandise to choose from. Various jersey styles are available, including midnight green, black, white, and Kelly green, with options for replicas and authentic jerseys for men, women, and children, ensuring that everyone can find something suitable. The jerseys are guaranteed to be of high quality, produced by the NFL's official jersey supplier. During the off-season, attractive deals are often available on jerseys featuring both current and former players. As we explore the Eagles' schedule further, a notable concern emerges. The Eagles are due to play another game in September against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. While training camp will take place locally, the humidity level in Philadelphia during August and September can be quite intense, though it pales in comparison to the heat and humidity of Tampa Bay in September, where temperatures can feel like 110 to 115 degrees. It's not just about the actual temperature, it's also the weight of the air due to Florida's humidity. Facing the Buccaneers in consecutive seasons doesn't give the Eagles an easy advantage. Ideally, this contest would happen in November or December, allowing the Eagles some relief from the colder city temperatures. The Eagles will have an away game on Thursday early in the season, leading to a brief week. But the silver lining is a relatively short bus ride to MetLife Stadium. Thus, even with a condensed week, the travel burden is lessened. The Eagles find themselves at a disadvantage regarding rest against the Detroit Lions, who will be playing away on Monday night against the Green Bay Packers. In Week 18, the Eagles will also face a rest disadvantage against Washington. This matchup is vital as it takes place at home, but it essentially marks the second meeting with Washington in 3 weeks, which could be pivotal for the division standings. Washington will be competing on that Thursday, and the Eagles will confront them again shortly after, with a game against Buffalo in between. While it may not be as demanding as the 2023 season, wrapping up the year with Washington, Buffalo, and Washington while contending with a rest disadvantage is quite the challenge. Furthermore, the Eagles will not spend much time in Philadelphia. The NFL's scheduling raises some questions, as it is atypical for the Eagles to navigate a season without consecutive home games. The unpredictability of the schedule can lead to discomfort. Thankfully, this year does not present a particularly strenuous stretch that raises survival concerns. Currently, there are 6 games scheduled for 1 p.m. ET, which is favorable for broadcasting purposes. This year, there isn't a significant challenge for the Philadelphia team, which really matters to them. There isn't that moment where you think, how will they overcome this? Currently, 6 games are scheduled for 1 p.m. ET, which is very welcome, especially concerning viewing party schedules. This number is the same as the previous year. Fans also appreciate this, especially for games at Lincoln Financial Field, as they can tailgate early, attend a game, and still enjoy their time without worrying about waking up early the next day to work, especially considering many will end up hungover. In 2023, when the team reached its first Super Bowl against Kansas City, there were only 3 1 p.m. games. Therefore, this is a significant milestone. Additionally, the team has the 11th shortest travel distance of the 32 NFL teams, the shortest in the NFC East. When considering long trips, the longest is to Los Angeles to face the Chargers, and there won't be multiple games on the West Coast. This benefits the team. While the schedule might seem challenging, some of these rest advantages are significant. This is reflected in certain data, even though it's not always evident. Some of the trips, like the team playing on Thursday to kick off the season, while the opponent plays on Friday during primetime, make the return journey to Kansas City from South America a bit exhausting. I've presented relevant information on the current situation of the team. Now the question remains, did the NFL treat the team unfairly with this schedule? This is the topic of the moment. Answer with an Y for yes or an N for no. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that has sent shockwaves throughout the NFL, star wide receiver DK Metcalf has agreed to terms with the Philadelphia Eagles, leaving behind his tenure with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The unexpected transfer comes as one of the most talked about off-season surprises, igniting conversations across the league and among fans alike. Metcalf, known for his rare combination of size, speed, and athleticism, was a key offensive weapon for the Steelers, drawing double coverage and delivering highlight reel plays week after week. Many considered him an essential part of Pittsburgh's long-term plans, which makes his decision to join the Eagles all the more stunning. Sources close to the negotiations indicate that Philadelphia presented a compelling offer, not just financially, but also in terms of their vision for Metcalf's role in their dynamic offense. The Eagles, fresh off a playoff run and eager to strengthen their receiving core, wasted no time in sealing the deal. With Metcalf now lining up alongside an already talented offense, expectations in Philadelphia have soared overnight. Fans are dreaming of deep postseason success, while analysts are already reworking their power rankings to account for this seismic roster shift. Reaction around the NFL was immediate. Some rival executives expressed disbelief, while others praised the Eagles' boldness. Social media lit up with speculation, excitement, and, for Steelers fans, frustration. Pittsburgh's front office has yet to issue a detailed statement, but insiders suggest the decision was driven by a mix of cap considerations and player preference. DK Metcalf's arrival in Philadelphia signals more than just a major trade. It marks a shift in the balance of power in the NFC. With his elite playmaking abilities and a chip on his shoulder, Metcalf is poised to make an instant impact in green. One thing is certain, the 2025 NFL season just got a whole lot more interesting. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. And we can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.